Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juice, and tonight we are playing Blackrock Adventurers. This is a DnD5e campaign that we've been playing for a while now. This is technically Season 2. Season 1 ended with the party finishing the dungeon beneath the tavern. Yeah. With that, let's go around, let everyone introduce themselves. But before we do that, if this is your first time here, smash that subscribe button and give us a like. We will start with Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm playing Cat Dankill, who is a monk dwarf who has a slight shrinking hobby. It's not a problem. It's just a hobby.
Next, we'll go over to the one who is very quiet tonight. Let's go with Paula.
I am Paula. I have lost my voice, but I'm going to do my best. Tonight I am playing Vic, who is a barbarian. She's kind of like, hit things now, ask questions later type of person. So tonight I think we're just going to subtract out the questions so she doesn't have to talk so much. And she'll just, predominantly barge into things and just try and kill them. Nice.
Next up is the man who looks really good in blue, may I add, Tom.
We're starting Hate Week early, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. I like that shirt. It's really nice.
Hi, I'm Tom TV Grant, and I am playing Riley tonight. Riley's a warlock who really enjoys playing cards and starting fights, and doesn't seem like there's a lot of card games around here.
Love it. Next up is Laura.
Hi, I'm Laura. Tonight I am playing Nulty, who is the Asimir Druid, Circle of the Stars. So lots of fun beast shapes and constellations. And, if there's any sort of body of water that I could jump into and leave my party behind, that'll really be for the best.
Nice. There is not anywhere that you have seen in the last day.
No, but I did get to jump over a wall as a horse, and that was a really cool thing that I hadn't done before.
True, and Riley was just having to hold on to the saddle.
Yep.
That was not equipped well for something like that.
No reins. It was not prepared.
That's not a war saddle there.
So it's a war horse, and the saddle on it is therefore a saddle for a war horse.
That's not how it works.
It was probably a small saddle for a war horse.
Sure it was. Yeah, I'm sure it's a small riding saddle. It's like, this is for you to sort of have comfort. This is not for you to have any control.
All right. And next is Andy.
I'm playing Francis D'Angelo, a Tempest human cleric. Francis is kind of the annoying dad of the group, but wise, but he likes things the way they're supposed to be. If Christmas were a thing here, he would not be listening to Christmas music yet because it's not Thanksgiving yet. Thank you. Usually almost minority of my party agrees with me, and it fluctuates. I'm also thinking about perhaps talking louder and a lot more to make up for Vic's lack of communication, but we'll see how that goes.
Speaking of Christmas, we did a really good job this year. We made it till the weekend before Thanksgiving to decorate. Normally it's like a first week of Thanksgiving or of November.
That's because elections happen at the beginning of November. And no matter what happens, I'm not happy. So,
That's true.
It brings some extra cheer in. Like, you know what? Yeah. I'm down. Let's cheer up by putting up holiday decorations.
Exactly.
That's the idea. So if you guys are watching at home, we have a way for you guys to help the party out. So we do some house rules with inspiration. If they end up accumulating 5 inspiration each, they can spend it to do an auto crit or enforce an auto fail for a target. They can also spend the 5 inspiration to get back up if they are down with 0 hit points. So there is that. Now, To do this, you can use Super Chat, $5 to award inspiration to a player, $10 to award inspiration to me, the Dungeon Masters, in case you want me to mess with them more. $20 to award 5 inspiration to the players. It can either be split up evenly, or you could just give it all to one person so that they might do an auto crit or something. So yeah, with that, do you guys remember how the last session went? Feel free to talk about it.
There was a fireball and a horse. I killed things.
Yeah, we did. So we did some in-town stuff. And then we went looking for a hag, I think we went looking for a hag. My notes, I have notes.
Isn't
And
this what the
they-
dad of the group does? He keeps track of these things for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So north of the
Sounds like a
ruins
Francis
near
thing.
Swamp Vale, there is a hag. And
Oh, we just lost Francis.
Yeah, I think he's having
Oh,
some
see?
technical difficulties over there.
Oh, well, this explains why he was not immediately on reading the
on
notes.
the notes, yeah.
He clearly got disconnected already.
And we went off towards that, and we came upon there was a zombie in a tree.
So you guys started in the town, the Black Rock Village, last time.
Right. Thank you
Yep.
for filling this in.
Yep. Vic had wanted to like decorate her statue because it didn't have her new belt and it also didn't have her crown. However, Nolte, I believe you made a crown of flowers.
I did. I gave her
For
a
it.
flower crown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe there was also some haggling by Riley and the dwarves who had uncovered various items in the wreckage of Under the Tavern over the last 5 years. And so he haggled a bit. I believe you guys ended up buying most everything except for the Boots of Speed, I think.
Yeah,
I
we
could
were
be
able
wrong
to
on that.
sell. I was able to make and sell some health potions that helped us get most of it.
Yes. Yep. Potions of superior healing. And then you guys you were looking at going to Chiton, which was to the east, but then because you had heard of the dangers on the road to the west, you ended up going west to free up the roads, I believe in hopes of accumulating a reward of some sort. And you had heard from people that maybe there was a hag that was to the west, a gnome hag, and things like that. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
And the reward was why you were trying to go west, I think. I don't remember if that's exactly it. But
And also that Nolte knows that killing hags is lots of fun.
yes. Oh, and then there was still discussion possibly of heading south for that bow in the mountains for
Yeah.
the Elven Ranger from before, who was still alive, I believe. Currently have of course, Kat, you are awesome.
And yeah, so then there was the zombie in the tree, and then there was someone in a tower who really was very aggressive and didn't answer our questions appropriately and fireballed us, and there was almost combat, or maybe there was
there
no
was combat. He told you guys to leave him alone.
Yeah,
And
well, that's what all bad guys would say.
he conjured an illusion of a giant like ogre, and you guys kept chasing him. And then you thought he was by himself until the ogre appeared. And then Vic got really close, so he fireballed her. She made her save, so she was able to kind of like deflect some of the fire and put it out right away. But she did take a little bit of damage. And then you found out he had like some small like children or something with him that he was taking to his hometown. So that was, I think, everything. And then he told you guys about other dangers like the hag and stuff like that. You continued to go west after that. And we ended the session with you guys seeing the towers of like an old fort in ruins. It was all like in ruins. and that was where we ended. It was getting to be kind of dark. It was towards the end of the day. It wasn't dark yet. Probably, around little after supper time per se. So you could continue to travel for a few hours or stop at the ruins. But again, those are directly ahead of you. Now, do you guys want to try and wait for Francis, or what would you guys like to try and do here? Because I can put us on break and figure out what.
Has
if he's
anybody
joining us
heard
again.
from Francis Andy how long he thinks he might take to be back?
I don't see anything yet on Facebook.
Does he know he's not here?
He might not. No, he does. I'm sure. I'll text him real quick and see if he's coming
I
back.
just texted him.
Oh, did you? Okay. Keep us up to date on if he's coming back.
I mean,
Yeah, Vic, shout it from the rooftops for us.
I'll be extra loud.
does
Good.
it seem like the fort's abandoned, or does it seem like, much like that tower back there on the road, it's only fake abandoned?
Give me a perception check.
I don't really want to do that. Okay. That's a 9.
I mean, you can see a couple of the towers in the distance. I mean, looks like it's missing some of the top layers to the towers.
Ooh,
Things
ooh.
like that.
I can do one better than that. I can sit down, and I haven't done this today. I will cast Augury and ask the stars to tell me if we were to go forward and attempt to camp in the ruins, would I get bad or good results from that?
You see a star fizzle out.
Is that bad or good results?
I mean, you told me that's how it was going to react. It was either going to do things that were possibly good or bad without words.
No, it says I could get good results, bad results, or both. But it tells me I know what I get.
So what would, in your opinion, would a star fizzling out be good or bad in your mind?
That's bad results.
There you go.
Okay. I just wanted to be
What
clear.
did you?
Guys, maybe we
Does
shouldn't
it-
go camp in that fortress. I think that might be bad. The
Does
stars
it-
think it might be bad.
Does Riley
Wait.
know where we are? Like, is this a notable location?
Yeah, so you guys did travel this road last time. So this is stuff you did pass by when you went to Black Rock Village originally.
Wasn't that like 100 years ago or something?
5 years ago.
Was
Oh,
this
But to
Okay.
you guys, it was like a couple weeks ago, not even.
so? What I mean, like, is
But it
this
does look
fortress, Is this fortress like a well-known location? Like, historically speaking, has it played any roles in the Black Rock area? Like that.
So pretty much all the ruins in the area, like around the Black Rock Cliffs, are approximately 800 years old. Around the time the whole kingdom kind of collapsed is when all these things kind of became abandoned. People left the area seeking, fame, like wealth elsewhere, and things like that. With the nobles of the time being assassinated and turning up missing, pretty much at a high number back then, it just made sense for a lot of them to go into hiding. Some of them, again, just fled with what money they had and things like that.
Do you
Now,
have any?
you
Do you have
assume...
any
Sorry, go ahead.
sorry, please continue. I did not mean to interrupt.
So you can assume, based on how this fort is set up, it's probably more of like a toll road stop, but there is a whole fort like just off the road here. Probably would have been a good spot to like tax people for using the roads and things like that.
I see. So,
So-
this was not here 5 years ago.
It was, but it
But
does
not-
look different than it did before. Obviously,
Got
it
it.
can
This
happen
is,
in 5 years. You guys never stopped at this before.
I mean, turning to the group. I mean, this is new.
It's newish, but the stars really say we shouldn't go there. Like they think we should sleep early.
The stars say we shouldn't camp there.
Did they really say we shouldn't go there? Like, do the stars know? Is there stuff to kill there?
Well,
Or
the
people to talk
stars,
to, Vic. Or people to talk to. We
the
could get a
stars
lay
said
of
it
the
would be a
land
bad
sort of
idea to
thing.
try to sleep there
Well, we could
in
just
the next
not-
half
Oh.
hour.
I ain't trying to sleep with anyone there. I just want to talk to
Yeah,
them.
it's just
It's getting dark.
definitely want to talk to them. Only talking.
Maybe in the morning.
I mean, we'll see how things go, but maybe.
So you guys know it's very windy. The ground is pretty damp right now. It's muddy and it's very flat. So like you can see a great distance in all directions from here, except for like obviously in the woods that are on the opposite side of the road of the fort, and some of the woods that are like behind the fort. Obviously you can't see beyond that. But yes, it's a mostly flat area, very muddy, like I was saying.
Is there anyone moving around? Do we see any people?
Roll perception.
Happen. Oh, digital dice rollers. 11.
You don't see anybody.
Yeah.
Tom, you need to stop using digital dice rollers. Stop it now. It's bad
Look,
for
it's
you.
not roll 20, okay?
You guys literally make dice. Like your wife makes dice.
Yeah.
True.
But you trying to like hurt her industry here or what? Like
I mean, sometimes it is
Embarrassing.
convenient when I have to roll like 8d6 or something like that to use a
Yeah.
digital roller.
that's
But
like
that's
Nicole
what's
getting a
satisfying
book
when
off
you have all the
Amazon.
dice.
I'm
Yeah.
doing a poll right now for the audience. Should Tom use digital dice or shiny math rocks?
Never ever again. He should never use digital dice ever again. We are in so many games where he cannot roll over average.
By so many, you mean one. There's one other
Two?
game we're in where I roll digital dice,
Three?
and
Where you can't
No,
roll
it
over
is- it
average.
is
It's
just the
enough
Urban
to know
Shadows
it's a
game
problem, Tom.
where-
Okay.
somehow rolling 2d6, I get the result of 3 more often than anything else.
Anyway.
All right, the poll is in the chat, guys. I'll check it in a few
I would
minutes.
just point out, being in chat, you presented a one or the other question with a yes or no answer.
You're correct. Yes would mean should. Yeah, that is true. I did accidentally do that.
Accidentally.
That is true. I didn't change the answers.
I'm voting yes for whatever that means.
So are we going to this fort or are we sleeping? Because I could use a nap. I cast a really big spell yesterday, though I don't remember what it was.
That's not good.
The dwarf. So the
Can't you
halfling
just,
wizard
like,
guy
eat a
had told
granola
you
bar
about
on
the fort.
way?
The halfling guy told you about the fort and told you from the fort, if you go north, he heard the hag is in the woods up there.
So we don't even need to go to the fort. We could just take
Could
a
just cut a
diagonal.
corner.
Yeah. You know, the fastest route is a straight line.
But do you know where to go with that straight line? Like,
That way.
Yeah, like at the 45-degree angle north.
that way.
Maybe like 44 and a half, but 45 is pretty close.
Generally, I think hags sort of have this large radius where they put creepy stuff out. So, like
Yeah.
if you find the large radius of creepy stuff, I don't know. As I said, there was this one old creepy lady where I grew up, and she definitely had old creepy stuff out, and we were pretty sure she was a hag. So,
okay, fair. So that's the plan. You guys are cutting the corner.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess. I
Sounds good.
suppose if we don't want to learn about what's happening in Black Rock.
we could learn on the way back.
All right.
Yeah, there's always tomorrow.
Which was my original thought, was that we just sleep and look at it tomorrow, but nobody wanted to sleep. So
That's fair enough. We can. You know what? You guys go ahead and lay down. I'll keep watch at first.
I find that highly suspicious. you wanted to investigate the fortress and we were all going to walk around it. So now you're like, yeah, guys, go to sleep. I'll just keep watch.
Nolte, I bluff. I don't lie. There's a difference.
So are you guys sleeping just out in the open then, off to the side over here?
You'll just keep watch closer to the fortress.
That's not bluff.
It's a
That's misleading.
misleading.
Yeah, that's misleading. Exactly. There's a
It is
difference.
a turn of phrase. Okay, I have a tent. Do we have places? Do we have like a place to camp? You said there were woods nearby.
So so looking straight ahead, you're on the road. Looking straight ahead, there's a fort off to the right. There's woods behind it.
Okay.
And then to the left of the road, just a little bit ahead, there's woods across from the fort as well.
So if we were cutting a corner past and not going to the fort, would we be passing through woods?
Yeah, so you want to go behind where the fort is to the woods there and camp, correct?
No, because if we're wanting to go north to the Hag, if we go from where we are,
That would
Catty
be
corner to the
behind
north.
the fort. Yes.
oh, it would be behind the fort.
Yeah, so you're heading west.
Okay.
You guys left Blackrock Village, you went back. You're heading west towards Port Obsidia.
Okay.
Obviously, you're at this part where the fort is, that's kind of in the middle, and you're trying to go up towards Swampfell,
Okay.
which is in the direction behind the fort.
I don't want to have to walk past the fort to camp. Does it look
Goodness,
like
we'll just
getting-
camp right here. It's fine.
Okay, let's camp right here. Nothing can possibly go bad about camping right here, but I can't ask the stars because I literally just did that a minute
Out in the
ago.
open. I just want to make sure I'm clear. Just out in the open, just off the road then?
We got nothing to hide.
Like I have tents,
Okay.
so it's not like out in the open. It's an enclosed location.
He's asking if we're
You're
visible.
going to pitch a tent in the open.
Yes, yes,
All right.
we are.
Okay. I was just trying to make sure I got it all clear. That's all. Okay. No problem. Riley's doing first watch, he said. Who's doing the rest of the watches, just so I know?
I'll go next.
Then Vic. Okay.
I'll take the final one.
Okay. And then each of you are doing 2-hour watches then?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. Everyone goes off to sleep except for Riley. Now, Riley, you can see in the dark. I know that. It's about halfway through your watch and it gets dark, like pitch black.
Yep.
You see no light coming from the fort whatsoever. In fact, you can't even see the fort, but you do see the outline of the trees in the background and like the moon and the sky and stuff. During your watch, you do hear what sounds like 2 women scream coming from the direction of the fort, though.
Okay.
And it
okay.
definitely sounds like 2 women.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. I gotta see if I have a thing. Sorry, reacquainting myself with my warlock powers.
Not a problem.
Nope, I cannot sense the presence of undead. I'm gonna look over at that completely like dark fortress. Just be like, boss, what you been up to while I was gone? What the hell's been going on?
Or are you hoping he'll like connect with you and talk to you?
No, just killing time.
Once again, even a little bit, not louder, but a little bit more maddening. You just hear a couple voices just screaming.
Kind of looks over to see if it wakes anybody up and is like, all right. It's not getting any closer.
What is everyone's passive perception?
Riley's is 12.
12?
17.
13.
Nolte wakes up hearing the scream. Vic sleeps right through it.
Mine's a 12.
Yeah, you sleep right through it too.
Okay.
Just
What's
Nolte
going on?
wakes up.
Yeah, that's in points over at the fortress. I'll bet you 5 gold it's a Banshees.
No bet.
I got a bad feeling about that. I don't want to go to that fortress anymore.
No shit. The stars already told us not to go to that fortress.
No, the stars told us not to camp there.
Because there are banshees. I'm
Well-
going back to sleep.
Fine. Just go back to
Hey,
sleep.
can't you check if they're undead?
No, apparently I can't.
Oh. Too bad we don't have a cleric here.
That would be helpful.
If only his Wi-Fi was working properly.
Yeah.
That would be handy.
Alright. Nulty
Yeah,
goes
totally.
back to sleep.
Okay.
She wants her spell slots back.
Okay. All right. The rest of your watch, you actually don't hear any more sounds, Riley. It's relatively quiet.
All right.
Vic, it comes to your watch. You do hear screaming during your watch, Vic.
By any sort of happenstance, would Riley have forewarned me that he heard screaming during his watch?
Absolutely. I would have been like, hey, it's a little screamy over there.
Okay, then I will absolutely just ignore it.
All right.
It's fine.
Mhm.
I've got a lot of practice ignoring people. I do it all the time.
Sure.
So it's not really a big thing.
So you can't see in the dark, though, either, can you?
Oh, nope, not at all.
Are you using a light source on your watch?
Great question. I would probably at least like light a torch, maybe.
Okay.
But that's probably it.
Okay. Oh, and you said your passive perception was 13, right?
Correct.
Okay. What are you doing to pass time on your watch over the course of those 2 hours?
Oh, I am probably sharpening my sword.
As you are sharpening your sword, you hear just behind you what sounds like some grass getting ruffled or something. What would you like to do?
Well, it appears that it would be time for me to go check it out and investigate the rustling grass. So I would take my torch
Yeah.
in one hand and my longsword in the other hand, and I'm gonna go check it out.
As soon as you turn around with the fire, within 5 feet of the tent, you see a skeleton with a sword, basically standing next to the tent. You also see that the noise happened to be a couple more skeletons. From the light of this torch, you can see about 6 skeletons.
All right. I am gonna kick the tent and yell very loudly, which I will not try to impersonate. I will yell very loudly for everybody else to get up. And then I will run towards the closest skeleton, and I'm going to try and attack him with my longsword. But then I'm also going to use, because I'm trained so proficiently in 2-weapon fighting,
Mhm.
I would like to also use my torch as a second weapon, and I would like to try and hit it with my longsword and my torch.
So these skeletons, they are in like full plate that has a glowing symbol that as you get closer, you can see it a little better. It looks very similar to the symbol that you saw in the dungeon. It's the symbol of Artix. And it's got like a faint orange glow to it, and it's in the chest of the armor. So yeah, go ahead and roll your strikes. The torch is considered an improvised weapon, so you will get no bonuses to attack or damage.
What? How much damage does it do?
Not much.
It's a questionable torch here. Questionable results as well.
Questionable decision.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I got a 6 with the torch. I got a 20 with my longsword.
Longsword hits.
Ooh, and that's a 12.
All right, so you hit,
And then-
and it hits, but it does not phase this thing. Go ahead.
I also will hit again with my oh crap, I made a mistake. Mistakes were made. I'll hit again with my longsword though.
Okay.
And I got another 12.
12
I had to use my
for damage.
yes, I had to use my bonus action for that second attack, didn't I? Or the
Yes, with
the
the torch.
offhand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would you roll to
Mistakes
hit
were
with the
made.
second attack? What was your total?
Oh,
Not the damage, the to hit.
25.
Oh yeah, that hits. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
All right, so you hit, you do some damage. You notice your sword does not do optimal amounts of damage to these skeletons, but you do definitely break some of the bones on it. With that, let's have everybody roll initiative there. And then type it into the chat of Zoom so that I can easily see that.
Dang, I forgot Riley has like bonuses for that.
Yeah, and I rolled one of them shiny math rocks.
See, that's what you need to do.
Yeah. Real rocks make a big difference.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be...
Real players use real rocks, Riley.
So it's going to be Riley first. Vic and Nolte, who wants to go? Or I'm sorry, Francis is going to go after that.
Look at that.
He's really stepping up. So then it's between Vic and...
That's my one good roll of the night.
Here we go.
That's
So
all
you're
it was
just
the
even
last couple
best laugh
sessions.
with me. So
Vic, you want to go first since you're there?
All right, so then Vic, then
Okay.
Nolte, and then Kat.
mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then me, and then Kat. Perfect. Okay. Riley, you wake up.
What is exactly what Riley sees? Like as he wakes up, dark vision,
The
all
inside of a tent.
that. Okay. What do I hear?
You hear Vic hit something. You hear like swords mashing through metal and bone.
Riley's gonna get up and walk out the tent to take a look what's going on.
As soon as you do,
Sliding his glove on.
you basically step between Vic and the skeleton she just struck.
Oh, hey, Vic, and is just gonna reach out and touch the skeleton right next to him.
Okay.
Is it wearing metal armor by any chance?
It is full plate with an orange glowing symbol of Arctics on his chest.
Well, then I get to roll with advantage on this shocking grasp that I'm doing to it, which
All right.
that's over a 20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No, I don't have multiple D8s on me. Oh, hold on. Right here. Damage dice. That's where the digital rollers come in handy. 10 lightning damage to this. It's just kind of like reach out and put my hand on it and we're looking at Vic, be like, Vic, you got a skeleton problem.
I don't know where they came from.
It drops as you do this. And as it's dropping, you hear those screams again coming from the direction of the fort, but they're closer.
Can I see them?
I don't think so. What's your range on your sight?
My dark Dark vision up to 120.
Okay.
Including
I'm
magical
totally
darkness.
good with the dark vision is not night vision interpretation. Also, like dark vision is like I have to squint and everything's in gray. Like I'm good with that.
You see something in the distance. It's hard to make out. It seems like one solid like tonal color. It's really hard to make out. It almost looks like it's got like flowing clothes off the back of it, and there's two of them.
How far off would like approximately? Like
about 100, maybe 100 feet.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna hold off then. I'm just gonna be like, hey, we got a problem over there. We should probably wake everybody up.
There definitely looks like they're hovering though.
Hovering is seldom good.
Yeah.
Well, no bonus action, movement gone, action gone. I'm done.
All right. Riley, or I'm not sorry, Francis.
All right, so just remind me, do I do I realistically am I wearing my armor or am I
It depends.
Am I sleeping? So
you could sleep in armor. I mean, did you already have all your spell slots and stuff?
Yeah.
Then you probably would have slept in your armor. If you didn't have all your slots and were hurt, you probably wouldn't have slept in your armor.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I will cast light on some object and exit the tent.
Okay. How many tents did you guys have set up? Just one big one, or how did you guys do that?
I think we have just one big one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
you
step out.
Hobgoblin tents or something. Where
I was like, I don't know. I have a 2-person tent. I don't know what everybody else has.
So there's probably 2 tents set up because I know you guys got like the bugbear tent or the hobgoblin.
Bugbear,
yeah. Or it was the tent that was attacked by the bugbears. So yeah, you do have that larger tent, and then you have the 2-person tent. So you step out, and you can see Vic and Riley next to what's a down skeleton. And as you're standing there, you see the chest of the plate was glowing, and it starts to go out. And then you see behind the 2-person tent, you see a few more of these skeletons. Originally, Vic only saw 6. You can tell there are at least 8. And they're kind of dispersed. They're not like all up on each other. And they're all like slowly trudging their way forward towards you guys. And Vic's torchlight is lighting them up. Well, 6 of the 8 up. Your light lights up the next 2 as well.
All right, well, I think that's my action, so.
Okay. And it was just looking out at them and casting light, correct?
Well, I mean, yeah, casting light was the action of moving out to assess.
Okay, sounds good. It is now Vic's turn.
Vic is going to do what she should have done last time, and she is going to use her bonus action to rage, and then she is going to take her 2 attacks, and she actually is going to drop the longsword, and she's going to try and use her javelin more like a quarterstaff and try and hit it with the side of it. Hoping that maybe that'll do a little bit more damage.
You're talking about the next skeleton?
Yeah.
Okay. The first skeleton you had been attacking was killed by Riley.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all gone. It is no more.
Yeah.
So I've got a 20 and a 18.
Both hit. This must be that belt helping you out or something.
Yeah. My plus to hit's really, really high now. I'm not going to complain, though.
And you're trying to use the side of the javelin like a bludgeoning object?
Yeah, like, like using the staff portion of it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I don't see why that wouldn't hurt. Or that wouldn't work?
I mean, I think it's typically a piercing weapon, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying it out.
Yeah,
I'm trying it to see if it works. So that is, 7 and 9 is 16 total for both attacks.
All right. Yeah, you kill it. Using the side of this thing did help. Well, actually, what did you roll for damage? Did you do a D8 or a D6?
6.
Okay. Then yes, it did work. And this skeleton just falls to pieces. And again, the symbol in the chest lets up and it stops glowing. It is now Nolte's turn. Or unless you have movement still and another attack, don't you? So Vic, you could still move. Yeah, you could move to the next one still.
I can move to the next one, but that was both my attacks.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I did 2 attacks.
Okay. Do you want to move to the next one?
I can move to the next one.
Okay. When you move to the next one, you now see there are at least 8 skeletons.
Perfect.
Riley, so looking around, you see a total of 12 skeletons. Most of them are out of the torchlight range, by the way.
All right.
It is now Nolte's turn.
Okay.
You hear things outside your tent.
Yeah.
All of the
So-
things.
In a very bad mood, Nolte is going to get up and go out of the tent. She is wearing not her hide armor, so just like her flimsy underclothes. 'Cause
Team
she's not
no
putting her
armor.
Huh? Yeah, she's not putting her armor on for this, and she wanted her spell slots back, so she wasn't sleeping in it. But correct me if I'm wrong. I have slept long enough that it's a short rest, so I have my wild shape back.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Correct.
So as a bonus action, she is going to take on the form of the archer as her Circle of the Stars. And then do I see the floaty ones off to the distance that Riley saw, or do I just see the skeletons?
Do you have do you have dark vision?
Out to 60 feet.
You don't see it then.
Okay. So I am going to. How close are the skeletons all standing together? I'm trying to pick a spell, and I'm.
Not very. Like, the first one was like right on the tent. The second one was like 15 feet back. The one that Vic is currently with is like 10 feet to the side of that. Like, they're not marching in like a formation or anything. Like, they're kind of like brainless, spread out skeletons, just doing their best to work their way towards the tents.
All right.
It almost seems like the torchlight drew them in.
Oh, excellent. So I'm going to go ahead, and then seeing that, I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere.
Okay.
And it takes up a 5-foot diameter sphere, and any creature that ends its turn next to it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Gotcha. And you're casting on the one on Vic or a different one?
Wait, no, I'm not, because I can only move it as a bonus action. So I'm casting a different spell instead because I want to use my bonus actions for something else. I'm using Call Lightning instead, which I can call down as an action to a point and hit everything within 5 feet. And I want to not hit my friends. So a point that hits as many of them as possible within 5 feet without hitting my friends.
So it casts the spell on an area. You can attack one specific one, and then you can decide in that area, like after that?
Yeah, it's a storm cloud that's 10 feet tall and a 60-foot radius centered on me.
Okay.
All
of the skeletons are in the 60 foot, so you can choose any one skeleton to strike at this point.
Okay. Are there any 2 of them that are within 5 feet of each other or within 10 feet if I pick a spot in between 2 of them?
Yeah, you could do 2.
Okay, so I want to pick a spot that's in between 2 of them that'll hit both of them.
Okay. And they have to do a dex?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I have a 16 for one of them
Okay, they're needing a.
and an 11 on the other. It's
Okay,
actually
they needed
18 and 11.
So they needed a 15, so one makes it and the other one doesn't.
Okay.
I believe the one that does make it still is going to take half of this damage. So that's 20 damage, and then the one that made it's going to take half of that.
Okay, so one definitely drops. Another one gets zapped and keeps coming.
Okay.
And those ones were not towards the front. Those are kind of a little bit in the middle area.
Yeah, and that's going to be it for this turn.
All right. Next up is me. All right, so the one on Vic is going to attack right off the bat with 2 attacks. The first one is a 19 to hit. The second one is definitely not going to hit. Does a 19 hit, though?
I'm pretty sure I am 19.
Then yes. And that is for 8 points of piercing damage from the first attack on you. The next one is going to move up on you. Right next to that one.
Sorry, you said 8.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have 4 on you now. So the next one's doing 2
Perfect.
attacks. Both of those miss. The third one, 2 attacks. One of them definitely hits. And that's for 4 points of damage. And the last one with his 2 attacks will miss with both. All right. I don't think the others can close the distance. No. So the other ones, Riley does have 2 of them close the distance with him.
I'm going to need wisdom saving throws from both of them.
Okay.
They need to clear a 15 on wisdom saving throws to attack me.
Okay. Okay. Neither make it, so they do
They
not
need to
attack you.
pick somebody else.
Oh. Okay. Then they'll move over to Vic, and now Vic
Sorry,
is
Vic.
surrounded.
It's passive. I can't control it.
It's cool. It's cool. I got lots of room. Got
I mean-
lots of space.
He
I'll
wouldn't
kinda-
control it if he could, but he can't. So
All right. They miss Vic on the first. The second one misses as well. So those miss Vic. So Vic is surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6? Yeah. By 6.
Yeah,
of them.
if we need to shuffle people around a little more to squeeze them in, we can do it. We got this.
All of a sudden, coming within sight of some of you, these 2 creatures, their eyes are completely wide open. They have long flowing white hair and like a white dress flowing behind them. Come just really fast right up behind the skeletons on Vic. Any undead creature within 60 feet, which you are all now within 40 feet of it, must succeed on a DC 13 wisdom save. So everyone give me a wisdom save.
wait, you said undead creature.
Yeah, each non-undead creature.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
That's a big old no on my part. I'm going to use luck to re-roll that.
All right.
25.
Okay, you make it. Anyone who does not make it, you are frightened. You get to repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. Or no, of the monster's turn. With disadvantage, as long as it's within sight.
I'm pretty sure I'm like resistant to being frightened. I'm not scared of anything.
Are you? Is that an ability you have?
No, but I'm gonna read my character sheet really closely just to make sure.
Well, I got a 5.
I was
but
gonna
I
say
rolled a
barbarians, but
9.
not all.
I rolled a 1 and then a 4.
So, Kat, you haven't seen it yet.
Guys.
So you haven't seen
Okay.
it yet because you're still in the tent sleeping at this moment.
I'm
Um,
a sleeper for the win.
Okay. So yeah, and if you did make the save, you are then immune for 24 hours from the horrifying visage.
Guys, a wisdom saving throw is going to be all night.
With that, though, Kat, you wake up in the large tent, and you can hear combat definitely happening outside.
I'm going to run out and see what's going on.
As soon as you do, I need
There
that wisdom
any-
save of 13.
Oh, okay. That's a 12, so no.
Yeah, so you are afraid. Now, the frightened condition does require you to... Basically, you can't move closer to it. You have disadvantage on attacks against it. Yeah, you basically are just either running or staying put kind of thing.
Well, good thing I'm an awesome monk who has stillness of mind, and I'm going to use an action to end the frightened.
Oh, look at
Thing.
that. Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Mhm.
And does that require an action?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Riley, it's your turn.
All right. So those two skeletons backed off. I'm going to start backpedaling from those two creatures because I need to use my movement to get away from them if I am frightened,
Okay.
which I am.
Yep.
And I'm going to, well, they scare me, so I'm going to chuck some Eldritch Blasts at them to see what I can do.
Okay.
I'll
You
be
are at
rolling-
disadvantage to attack them.
Yep. I'll be rolling with disadvantage. I'm going to pick just, obviously one of them.
Yep.
So first one, low roll is a 14.
Hits.
Hits. All right. Damage is going to be 9 damage to that one.
Okay.
Second blast, low roll is a natural 1.
Ooh.
So that does not hit.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to re-roll my save.
All right. You get it on the end of their turn.
On the end of their
Creatures.
turn? Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah. Let me just double check again, though. A frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. I think that means the creature's turns, right? Frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. I guess that would be your turn, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Roll it on yours. We'll do it on yours.
Disadvantage, right?
It does not say that, I don't think.
Okay.
No.
I'll roll a normal save.
Oh, no, it is with disadvantage. You're correct. Because you
Well,
can still
odds
see.
are I won't roll worse than that. Yeah, I didn't. What was the save again?
13, I think. Yeah, 13. Off by 1.
11. You know what? I'm going to use another luck.
There you go.
All right. I made it. A natural 20 and a 16.
All right, perfect.
So, all right. I'm no longer frightened.
Good. All right, it is now Francis's turn. Oh, you're muted.
Yep. Is Vic still frightened? Is she still
Yes.
acting all?
Oh yeah,
Right.
she's definitely acting scared. Very rare thing for her.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to. I will go ahead and cast Calm Emotions.
Okay, on Vic. Is that an auto success then?
So, what it says is each humanoid in the 20-foot sphere must make a charisma saving throw. Creatures you choose who fail the saving throw, I can then choose any one of the following. Any 2 effects, which one of which would be suppressing any charm or fear. So I think you got to make Constitution. Charisma saving
saves?
throws.
Okay.
And then, I don't know how I know which one freaked out Vic, but I'll let you determine that.
Okay. So I have to make the charisma saves to do it then for the creatures that caused it, correct? Or
That's right.
Okay. Well. So technically,
Wait, you can suppress anything causing the target to be charmed. Oh well, maybe. Well, okay, so maybe it's Vic, and it does say you can choose to fail the saving throw if you want.
oh, then yeah, you did it to Vic,
Okay, all right.
and then you just remove the frightened condition. Then is that how that works?
Okay. Yep. All right, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yes.
All right, and then you can pick a second creature though, right?
Well, I don't think anybody else is.
Is afraid.
Riley.
No,
Riley
he
was
just shook
afraid.
it. He shook it on the
Oh,
end of his turn.
And Kat
Is
took care of
Francis?
herself, so
Yeah. So nobody's afraid.
yeah,
Okay,
and I
perfect.
made it.
Okay,
So we're all good.
perfect. All right, Vic, it is now your turn with your calm emotions.
perfect. Well,
Don't
I'm
make me
feeling much
regret
better.
doing that.
No, I was not feeling so great for a second there. Does somebody else have a light source out?
Yes. I cast light and brought it out.
I mean,
Okay.
Riley is glimmering slightly from stars, but that's about it.
Okay.
So you know where
So-
Riley is at all times.
I'm sorry, not Riley. Nolte. Nolte is glimmering slightly from stars.
There you go.
I was like, did you cast something on Riley? Because I'm
No,
not sure that's a
this
natural
is-
effect.
Yeah, she cast glitter from her hair on him on accident.
That's
He's
a
just
different
naturally
spell.
glowing.
I could do fairy fire, but
I-
would not.
I say that because Paula bought Christmas trees, like little tiny trees, and they had a bunch of glitter in them, and now glitter is all over this dang house.
Dude, I
Great.
made my daughter a Elsa costume for Halloween. There are blue sequins everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
So since Francis has a torch out, or since Francis has a light, I am gonna drop my torch, and I'll take out a second javelin. So I'm just hitting it with 2 javelins. I've got a lot of, it could work, right?
I guess.
You can use a quarterstaff with one hand. Sort of the same thing.
Kinda. Javelins don't look like quarterstaffs, though.
Do
I
you
know.
just want my quarterstaff?
They're just javelins are just like a quarterstaff that's pointy on one end. That's it.
Kinda.
No. that-
Kinda. Not, I think, how it's intended. It's more like a sharp stick. But yeah. It's okay. Yeah, we'll count it.
Close enough.
Okay.
I'm allowing it probably for this combat only, but after this I won't let you use a javelin for a bludgeoning weapon.
Okay. All right. I got a 27, 29, and
And you're hitting
a
skeletons, correct?
19 and a 21 on the first. So I assume both of those hit.
You have to beat an 18 on the skeletons.
Okay. Yep.
18.
So that is 18 points of damage.
All right, you
okay.
drop one.
First attack. Oh, then I will shift to the next one, and I will attack that.
Wait,
with my
how
second
much did you do? Your first attack did what?
18.
How did it do that?
Isn't that right? I get a plus 6 on damage.
Right, but you're rolling a d6 also. That's max 12, right?
Correct. But it was
Oh, plus your rage.
2 hands. 2 hands.
Gotcha. Okay, so you
Right?
hit with 2
And now I'm taking my
attacks.
second attack is I just
Gotcha.
get 1 attack for my second
Right.
attack.
She got an attack, bonus action attack for the 2 wielding.
Gotcha. It
Yes.
was 2 hits that did that.
Yes, it was.
So you
that's
did
what I
kill
said.
one. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought that was because you said your first attack, and I'm like, what? Totally
Well,
threw
sorry,
me off
because
I
it
was
was
like, you can't do
my
that
first
with one
attack and then my bonus hand, and
Gotcha.
now it's my second
Gotcha.
attack, which is just my regular hand.
Gotcha.
Don't
Okay,
get the
so
bonus.
So you killed one of them with your first 2 attacks. You have your third and final attack now.
Yeah, so that
Okay.
that one is 8 points of damage. I hit with 27.
Okay, gotcha. All right, we're good now. Threw me off saying your first
Yep.
attack. Like the math
Yeah.
doesn't check out. Okay, gotcha now. All right. So you like smack it. There's skeletons are dropping left and right around Vic. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 skeletons left total of the 14 that we're seeing. And then you have the 2 floating creatures with long flowy hair and white dress behind some of these skeletons behind Vic.
Yeah, how far away are those guys from me?
Like 10, 15 feet. Not very far.
Perfect.
And it's Nolte's turn.
Yeah, it is. And I believe they are now within my storm cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Are they standing next to each other?
They're about 10 feet apart.
Lovely. 10 feet apart means I can bring a lightning bolt down right in between both of them and get them both. So I'm going to do that, please.
Okay.
That makes them have to make a saving throw of 15.
Okay. They both fail.
Excellent, excellent. So they will both take 18 damage.
Okay.
And then I can shoot them as my archer with a bonus action.
So you see the lightning go right through them into the ground and kick up a bunch of dirt. They react, but it does not seem like it maybe impacted them the same way it would a solid object.
Okay, but it did hit them?
Seems like it. Seems like they didn't like it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let's see what they think of my starry form archer. So that I do have to make an attack roll.
Okay.
Let's see. That's my spell attack roll. Sorry, that's on a different tab. 15?
15 will hit. Now, which one are you hitting? Are you hitting... There's 2 of them. There's one to the left and one to the right. The one
Which
to the
one?
left was hit with the Eldritch Blast before.
Well, let's go ahead and do that one then.
Okay.
And then it's going to be 1d8 plus 4 radiant damage. Ooh, that didn't roll great. So 6 radiant damage.
All right. So you blast it. It's still floating there. It did not like that.
The radiant damage looked like it did more.
It looked like what you would expect. Yes.
Okay, it did the expected amount. Got
Yep.
it.
So this one that you just hit,
Mm-hmm.
and all of you guys are kind of bunched up in this, within like 30 feet of this at this point. And it begins to wail. All of you need to make a con saving throw, beat a 13.
Okay. 23.
All right, you made it. Did anybody fail their con save?
Oh, come on, guys.
I rolled
That was
11.
4.
Everybody failed?
I
No,
didn't.
I didn't.
Oh, okay. So Riley failed
Yeah.
And I did.
and Kat. How'd Francis do? Francis made it?
18.
Oh, okay, good. So, on a failure, a creature drops to 0 hit points. On a success, you will take psychic damage.
Well, hell.
You guys take 17 psychic damage, the ones who succeeded.
Okay. Hold on,
It's gonna
I'm checking
improve.
resistances. This is psychic. Okay. I do not have resistance to psychic.
So,
All right. What was that, Vic? What were you saying?
so who took damage? Kat
Every-
and Riley.
Everybody who made the save did. So you too, Vic. And it's psychic damage.
Oh, how much damage did I take?
17 psychic damage.
Do you just get like, is it like save for half or something?
No, the save was to not be down at 0 hit points.
Oh, so Kat and Riley are down to 0.
Yeah.
Oh
All
crap.
I did was wake up today. This is not going well.
This is fine.
Okay, all right.
We're all
so,
fine here. How are you?
There are Vic kill things.
Hold on.
Francis and I can have it.
I think I can do this. I think I can still do it, even though it's psychic damage, because it just says when somebody within 30 feet of me takes damage.
Mm-hmm.
So any type of damage. So, it's not that much. I'll try and reduce that damage by 5. And that's going to be Francis or Nolte. Maybe Francis, because he's probably going to run up there and fight him. I guess Nolte probably is too, though, at this point. Dang.
And if only Francis had turn undead. You're a cleric.
Yeah,
Don't
but I've
give
been.
me that. You've
So
got
who's-
turn undead
You got
since
like
level
one
2.
job.
Whose 5 hit points are you soaking up, Vic?
I'm gonna do Francis.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
So Francis gets 5 more hit points?
Wait a minute. Vic, I just calmed your emotions so
I know,
that
I
you could
gave
do
you
anything, and you're giving me
5.
crap about having
No.
one job?
No,
Really?
she gave you hit points. She gave you
I
crap
gave you
and
5
hit points.
5 hit
Fine.
points.
It's called balance.
So what? I get 5 hit points back?
Yeah. That's a payback for calming me down earlier.
All right.
All right, Vic, let's get attacked by some skeletons. Miss. So the second one misses. Let's see, the third skeleton with their 2 attacks. Miss. That's a 15. All right. Now, let's see. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on you. Pretty much can't get any more on you than they are. One of them moves up on Nolte. A second one moves up on Nolte. One moves up on Francis. And the other 2 can't close the distance, but they look like they're moving towards Francis. All right, so Nolte, 2 attacks at you. One is an 11. The other one is a 17 to hit.
The 17 will hit.
Okay. And that is with a short sword.
Okay.
For 6 points of damage.
Just
The
regular
second
damage.
attacking you had an 18 on one of the attacks.
That'll hit.
And that is 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
The one on Francis has 2 attacking you. I rolled a 2 and 3 on the die, so that's not hitting you. And yeah, that was their turn. Let's see. So then the other one that did not scream of the floating things will actually float through a skeleton. And it is going to attempt a corrupting touch on Vic. That's a nat 20. That's not good. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 22 points of necrotic damage. Vic. How you doing over there, Vic? Doing pretty good?
You know what? I would have to say, probably about 50% rounding up because odd numbers. Seems like a good ballpark area.
Oh, wait. Did they have to... I probably would have had to say this already. Did they have to roll for that?
To attack?
Yeah.
That one did, yes. And
Can
then
I...
Sorry, go ahead.
Can I use my Cosmic Omen to make it subtract a d6 from that? I can do that 3 times a day, and I haven't done it yet. But if you say no because you've already went through, that's fine.
Yeah, I
I'll
already
just gotta
rolled the
remember it
dice, so
better.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what I would remove from it.
It's all right. I'll just try to remember it better next time. I was
Okay,
Well,
sorry
you
about that.
rolled
Looking
a
up too much
nat
stuff.
20.
Yeah.
rolled a nat
yeah,
20,
that's true.
so-
That okay.
Oh, it's from the attack roll. I gotcha.
Yep.
All right, cool. That was their turn. It is now Cat's turn. Just make a death save, Cat. Straight D20 roll.
A 5.
All right, so you're not dead
That's
yet. You just
bad.
have one fail.
That's not
It's
good.
fine. It's fine. We're all good here.
It's okay.
Riley,
It's fine.
it's your turn.
I got this.
Wait, hey,
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
wait, can I ask a question here?
Yep, what's that, Andy?
Before we move to the next round, can I just realized that mass healing word is can be cast as a bonus
Mhm.
action. Can I do that
I'll allow
order
it this
to-
time. Yeah,
in
I'll
order
allow
to
it.
save Riley and Kat?
I was gonna say, I actually, if you want to wait till your next turn, I actually have a thing. I succeeded my death throw, and I actually pop back up because I'm totally alive and
All right,
definitely
that's
not
fine.
undead.
That's fine. I'll wait for it next round. It's okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So it is Riley's turn.
I rolled a 12 on my death saving throw.
But
And
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's your
use
whole turn, right?
I'm going to use Defy Death.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pop back up with 8 hit points.
Okay.
As I'm totally
Totally
pale
alive.
skinned, black eyes, like black, like running in the veins of my face as I get up. Definitely alive. Everything's fine here. As I stand back up.
I love it. All right. And now it is Francis's turn again.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I don't really know where everybody is located because we don't have the tabletop, but I'm going to use Channel Divinity to turn undead, and it'll anybody within 30 feet. So I'm assuming that's most of the skeletons.
I would say that's everything at this point.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then you need to make a wisdom saving throw for all of the undead.
Okay.
And anything under challenge rating half, which I assume is the skeletons, are destroyed.
Under half.
And then anything else that fails the save flees. So it'll destroy any skeletons that fail, and I don't know about these.
Okay.
Banshees,
So
but-
all of the skeletons, let's see. So I got to roll for them and see if they fail or succeed. What number do they have to beat?
18.
And it's a wisdom save or just a straight? What kind of save is it?
Well, you only can roll the die 6, so yeah, it's just a wisdom save.
Okay. Okay, so 2 dead right there. Hey, I got 1 succeed or 1 success. Okay. So dead, dead, dead. All right, let's see how this one do. Okay, 1 more succeed, 1 dead. And there's 4 left. Fail, fail. Okay, so dead, dead, and 2. And dead, dead. Okay, so a bunch of skeletons explode. However, there are still 2 standing. One is the one on Nolte. One is one of the ones on Vic. All the other skeletons are destroyed. Now, the Banshees are a higher CR. So do they still have to make the save?
They still make the save, otherwise they flee. They don't get destroyed.
Gotcha. Okay. So they both, the highest number I had was a 13. That fails, correct?
Yeah.
So they turn to flee.
Oh, that's good.
Well, for now, at least allows us to
Yeah.
Oh, and then
Unless you
no.
attack them, correct? If you attack them, doesn't
Yeah,
it
if you
change it?
attack them, it ends.
correct, and they will. Let's see. They will. They're turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Okay. Vic, you've got one of these floating creatures next to you, and you have a skeleton next to you.
Wait a minute. No, and I'm also using as my bonus action the mass healing word.
Gotcha.
To
do you have
zap.
regular healing word? Because that would actually
not prepared.
Oh, okay. All right, so mass
Yeah,
healing.
I don't have that one prepared. Yeah, so I'm going to use that as a bonus, and then 6 creatures within sight, which is everybody.
Yep.
Will
Including-
get 7 hit points.
Including
so that
you,
will bring.
if you needed it.
Yeah, including me.
How much?
7.
Woo!
That's definitely better than a sharp stick in the eye.
All right.
It is indeed.
Vic, you have a skeleton on you and one of these banshees on you.
Don't hit the banshee.
What would
So is-
you like to do?
Is the banshee running away from me?
It has turned to run. It hasn't
Okay,
yet
but
because it's not
so
its
it's
turn. yet.
gonna run on its turn.
The skeleton is standing there still.
And it's still attacking me.
You think it's going to. All other skeletons pretty much exploded except for the one on Nolte. And this one.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack the skeleton.
Are you sure you don't want to attack the banshee?
Well, I see my theory here is that when the banshee runs, I'm gonna get an attack of opportunity anyway.
Mhm.
And if I hit it, then
Yeah.
that's it. That's all she wrote, and then I'm gonna kill the banshee.
Oh,
So
That's not what's going to happen at all. But okay.
that's what it's a simplified version. Okay, the 2-step plan. Okay.
Seems logical.
So attacking the skeleton. So I have a 21
Okay.
for 12 points of damage. And I have a something higher than that, 29
Mm-hmm.
for 10 points of damage.
You explode it
Ooh, now I got one more attack.
with javelins.
Yeah.
Dick.
Well, what's the other banshee's turning around too, right?
Yeah, both of them. But the other one's not on you.
Yeah, but is it possible for me to pivot around?
The other one was the one that
Dude.
screamed at you. Or screamed.
Yeah, is
like,
it
wailed.
possible for me to pivot around the one banshee so that I'm like dead center right in between the two banshees?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay. Perfect.
You only have one attack, though, as a reaction.
You mean an attack of opportunity?
Hmm. You only get one as a reaction.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but I'm gonna attack one right now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay, I still have one attack. I'm not gonna not use an attack.
Okay. Which one are you attacking?
Doesn't make any sense. If any of them look injured, I'll go for that one. Otherwise,
They've both been hit with lightning bolts, and one of them with an eldritch blast.
yeah, just one of them. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Let's see. This might actually matter. 28.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. So that is 11 points of damage.
All right. What kind
Does
of
it-
damage? Just piercing.
Does it appear to be damaged?
So you swing through the air. Your javelin kind of goes through it. You feel some resistance, but not like what you would expect. But yeah, you feel something.
Okay.
And it whips its head back around at you and locks eyes. And it's Nolte's turn.
Kill the one
Yeah.
I kill that one.
No, because Kat and Riley are still fucked up pretty hard, right?
Oh yeah, you should heal them. That's
Yeah.
a better idea.
So Nolte is going to ignore the banshee and the skeleton that's on her because she's a team player, and she's actually gonna shake off her starry form of the archer and take the starry form of the chalice. So that's my last wild shape for the next short rest. And so now I get bonuses when I cast healing spells, and I am going to cast at 3rd level. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds, and between the two of them, who looks more hurt, Kat or Riley?
Cat.
Kat. So Kat, you get to take 14 points of healing. And then because I took my chalice form first, Riley will also get healing, but it will be a different amount. So let me go back and find that. It is going to be 6 points of healing for Riley. And that's all I can do this turn. So that's my bonus action and my action.
So the one banshee starts floating off back out of sight for most of you towards the fort. The one that Vic hit, that whipped its head around and locked eyes with her, starts wailing. And I need a con save from everybody.
I thought we got immune to that. Did we become immune?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
Not this one. That's for the horrifying visage. This is the
just for clarification,
I'm
that was
using my
definitely
last luck.
a question that Vic asked, not Paula. You know, just
17. Dude, did you die again?
Anyone who failed drops to 0.
I'm rolling shiny math rocks here. I rolled a 2 and a 1.
We're just all going to remember that this is all Paula's fault.
I had an attack left.
All right,
You
just
know?
for the record, I did roll a 3, but used inspiration to re-roll, and I rolled a 15. So I still have 1 inspiration point left, but
Anyone who succeeded takes 15 points of psychic damage on a success.
I feel better in that even if I
haven't
had
cast
succeeded,
any
I still would have
spells.
gone down. So I feel better.
I haven't cast any
I failed.
spells, but I'm out of every other thing
Wait.
I can do. So I'm just rolling straight saving throws here.
Kat, are you still up?
No, they both
I'm back down again.
You know, damn
To be
it.
fair though, if I had even rolled well with that much damage, I still would have gone back down. So
This is reminiscent of our first few sessions when Kat fell down every single session at every single turn.
To be
this
fair,
is what
this is
happens
an
when I get
insta-kill.
woke
This is
up
an
without my
insta-kill
beauty
ability.
sleep. So not my fault.
8. So the skeleton that is still standing attacks Nolte with an 18. And the
That hits.
damage is 8 points of damage, piercing. On Nolte.
Okay.
And that is their turn. It is now Cat's turn. Give me a death save, Cat.
Hold on. I'm using my reaction to
To
take
attack the
4
other one?
points.
Oh.
No, you know what? I didn't want to use my attack of opportunity. I was going to point it out, but I thought everybody would get mad at me. So I'll just use my reaction to take 4 points of the damage that Nolte got.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
See, she's a team
All right,
player.
here
But the attack of opportunity would have been cooler, just saying. That's it. You know,
Dude,
but
I would have left your ass to die so fast if you hit both of those banshees.
I rolled an 11.
All right, so that's 1 positive one. You're good. You only need 2 more of those, or a nat 20.
Only.
All right, Riley, death save.
That's 4.
Oh, Francis.
Francis, if you can attack the things, I can pop them both back up here in a
He
minute.
might even have mass healing words.
Yeah, I could do that again. All right, so how many skeletons? We got a skeleton and
And a
a banshee.
banshee. But
Yep.
you have a lot more radiant spells. If you can hurt the skeleton and the banshee, I can get Kat and Riley back up.
Okay. Well, I will start with guiding bolt at the banshee.
So that does require a slot. So if you're trying to do mass healing word, you won't be able to do mass healing word also.
Why not?
Because when you cast a spell to do a second spell in a turn, it has to be a cantrip.
Wait, even though even though mass healing is cast as a
Yeah,
bonus
you
action?
can't cast 2 spells in a round if they are if they're both using up spell slots.
Is that a homebrew rule?
Nope, that is straight out of the book, rules as written.
Okay.
So you are forced.
Okay.
I am with Laura that I think it's a stupid rule.
I think it's a
maybe
stupid
she
rule
thinks
too.
it's a stupid
but-
rule,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
just saying.
But it's okay because Nolte's gonna pop us back up anyway.
Nolte is going to pop them back up. Nolte has you both. You're fine.
All right. Well, then I'll go ahead and still do guiding bolt at the banshee,
Okay.
and hopefully start bringing her down a little bit.
Okay.
That was not great. 11.
Okay.
I'm
That
sure that misses.
barely misses. By the way, Nolte, you still have that storm cloud, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Just making sure I remember. Okay.
Oh, I should. Give me a second. I got to roll a couple con saves. I forgot that
Okay.
because I've taken some damage since then.
Yeah. And it is. I'm assuming Francis has nothing else he can do then on his turn.
That's correct. That was my spell.
Yep. Okay. So it would then be Vic's turn, and you have. There is a skeleton still on Nolte, and you have a banshee in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the banshee.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it still up, but it's barely a couple of times. So,
Okay.
but it takes an action to use.
Gotcha.
So 28, 30.
Yeah, that hits.
I've never rolled anything that got up to 30 before. Okay. Sorry. The other one's a 13. I assume that misses.
No, that hits.
Oh,
They only have an AC
Wow.
of 12.
okay. So 12 and 11 is 21.
What type of? Oh, that's piercing from a javelin. So you said 21.
Yeah, and I'll take my second attack that also hits. And that's 9. So 30 even. Wow. I did not have to roll very high to hit these things.
It is still standing there, by the way, just so you know.
Okay.
Okay. That is your turn. It is still standing there. You swing a few times through it. It is reacting as though you're doing damage, but there's no visible like blood or anything like that, like you would normally hope to see, Vic. Nolte, it is now your turn.
Yeah, we're gonna do a second first, same as the first. So this time they're both down, so I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Riley. So Riley.
Are you going to move over to him to do that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you will get an attack opportunity against you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am like
I missed. I rolled a
a
12.
full movement away from everything
Yeah.
because
no,
I had fear. I had to run away.
all right. Well, I mean, if you aren't close enough, I can reach you. I'll go to Kat. But
Oh, no.
You were
I'm
close
like-
enough. It was about 30
Yeah.
feet away.
Yeah, I was only one turn
So-
movement. I'm just saying I'm away from everything. All the bad
Yeah.
stuff is away from me.
I think technically I would have had to move away last time, but that whatever. So Cure Wounds on Riley is 17 hit points. And then Kat gets a D8 plus 4. So you get 9 hit points back.
And that's like some other ability thing you have?
It's because I switched from the Archer to the Chalice form.
Okay.
So when I'm in the form of the Chalice, anytime I cast a spell that does healing, it can pick one other person to give healing.
Is it
to.
a bonus action to switch? How does that work?
It took a bonus action to switch from the archer to the chalice.
Gotcha.
But now that I'm in the chalice, it does not take
Sure.
anything
Okay.
to continue to give that healing. So theoretically, I have a bonus action. I just don't have anything I want to do with it.
Okay.
So.
All right. It is their turn. So then the one skeleton is going to move to Vic since Vic is now the closest. And 2 attacks on Vic. Both miss. And the banshee that's on Vic is going to reach out and do the corrupting touch again. And that's only a 13, so that misses. All right, that was all my turn. It is now Kat's turn.
Cool.
You actually get to
I
do
have
something
9.
other than death saves.
Yay. Where are these things in
About-
relation to me?
About 10, 15 feet away, you see a skeleton, and this floating spirit thing is attacking Vic.
Okay.
And every time
I-
the spirit thing has screamed, you have just fallen over.
Not a fan of the screaming thing. Okay. I am going to do. Okay, I'm just gonna go up to the skeleton guy, and I don't like the screaming thing, so I'm gonna run up to the skeleton guy and hit him with my sword.
Okay.
Hey, that actually was a good roll finally. So 21.
Hits.
Yay. I should have. And 6 points of damage for the first strike. And then my second attack. That was a 7, so that
Miss.
And then my unarmed strike as my bonus action. Also a 7.
Miss. So the skeleton is still standing. It is now Riley's turn.
All right. Well,
You're up and alive.
I am alive. I'm gonna kind of
Kill the banshee.
climb up and out of my ring of spell storing cast Hex on the banshee.
Okay. Does it have to make a save?
No, Hex just goes off.
Oh, okay.
It is hexed, and now I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Okay.
So 2 Eldritch Blasts going that thing's way.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. One of them is a 1. Again, I've rolled like 5 1s tonight.
That's not good.
The other one is a 17.
Hits.
All right. So that is going to be 11 damage total.
Okay. It is still standing. But you blast this force at it, and you can see that it absorbs the damage and definitely is hurt.
I'm also going to just kind of tread further away from everything. I'm going to stay within 120 feet of the whole fight, but I'm going to try to get out of echo range.
Yeah. Riley, you're the only one that sees this, but in the distance near the fort, you see a skeletal horse that has a wagon behind it, and you see a man in black robes. You can't make out any of his features or anything, and he is starting to head north. He is basically on the reins of the skeletal horse, and it is moving north.
We got a runner.
And it is now Francis's turn.
All right, well, I'm going to try a guiding bolt again.
Okay.
I'm hopeful that if I just roll a 4 or better, and I rolled an 8, so I got 16.
All right, you hit.
All right, so finally. Wow. I feel like Riley, that's a lot of ones. 9 points.
Nice. So you
No.
blast this thing with this guiding bolt. It starts shimmering. You guys can see this like gold shimmer, but it is still standing.
So who's next? Get advantage on it.
Vic. You're muted this whole time. Still muted.
Really lost her
That
voice.
or you're just sick and we can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah, microphone, like the actual mic mute.
No?
Nope.
She's just sick. We can't hear her.
Yeah, we don't see the mute icon,
No.
so it's probably not muted.
It's
on
just
Zoom.
the headset died. Do you have another way to tell us what you want to do? You're gonna have to type it and then come grab the.
Can you hear me now?
Hey, there you go.
Yes.
Weird. Okay. All right, but you can hear me now, right?
Yes. Yes.
No, I can't hear you.
It's because you changed it to your audio.
Okay. All right. Now I can hear you. And you can hear me. That doesn't make sense. I had to switch to some different audio setting. Okay. So I have advantage on the Banshee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess, yeah, I'm just going to continue. I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
I just want to let everybody know that advantage gave me a crit. So that was clutch. All right. So do you want to do double damage dice or do you roll twice?
roll once. So you do max damage is how we were doing it for you guys, and then roll once.
Well, I had already rolled, and that was actually a max damage. So I'm just
So you
going
go.
to take max damage, which would be 20 points of damage.
So you killed it. This thing, you hit it, and it starts kind of like wailing as it like dies, but it doesn't force any of you to make any saves or anything, and it just disappears in thin air.
That counts as a moral victory for me.
There is still a skeleton though on you, Vic.
Oh, well, I mean, I've got another attack here that, rolled a solid 17 on.
Yeah, that hits. Well, no, not unless you haven't added your bonuses yet.
Oh, no, that was 17. I didn't roll 17.
Nope, you miss.
Okay. Well, then I will use my second attack. Hey, I actually rolled a 17. I'm not making this up.
Okay.
So that would be a 26. And that is 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
All right, you destroy the skeleton.
Good job, Vic.
And we are out of combat. And with that, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Does,
I was
Sorry.
going to ask if I could do a healing spell before we took a 5-minute break while I still
Yes.
have my story form up.
Yes.
Who's the lowest? It's Kat and Riley.
9.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got 17.
Kat, you get my last 3rd level cure wounds. At 20 hit points.
Woohoo!
Riley, when you finally bring your ass back from wherever you ran off to, you get 9 healing hit points.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. And with that, we will take a 5-minute break. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
No problem. All right, we're back. Banshee dead. Other Banshee ran off. All the skeletons dead. I mean, they were already dead anyway. But, you know, now they're
Dead
not here.
again.
They're
Re-dead.
So,
They're dead again.
you're at your campsite.
Can I go back to bed now?
You do know that Banshee is only running away for like a minute.
Right, but Francis is real scary.
I'll just stay awake. I'll take care of it when it comes back to me.
You didn't take care of it last time. Francis, can you take care of it when it comes back?
The plan is
I
to
killed the last banshee. What are you talking about?
next time she comes back, I will use
Killed
banishment.
Twice. I really need to go back to sleep. I needed sleep before, and now I really, really need sleep.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all do.
Wait, what? I since I came in late because I've had connectivity issues. Where were we in the watch cycle? How early in the evening are we still?
Vic
in
was
line
number
to a
2.
long rest?
It was
Vic
the
was number
second
2.
rest. Yep. So you're in like hour 3 of the night.
So we could still catch a long rest here.
And her torch seemed to be what alerted. So during Riley's first watch, he heard the screaming of the 2 banshees in the fort, or coming from beyond the fort. Couldn't quite make it out. And then during Vic's watch, she had a torch and was sharpening her sword in the torchlight. And the campsite is out in the open, by the way. It's not in the woods. It's in the open.
There was not woods nearby. Don't say it's
Yeah,
not
the
in
woods
the
are
woods.
on
as
the
if
other
there were
side of the
woods,
fort
like
and
right
across
over
from the fort.
there. We would have
Yeah.
had to walk past the creepy ass fort to get to the woods.
Yeah, let's just let's see if
Francis
We're
was
still
really
fine with
quiet and
going
just
to the
agreeable for
fort.
some reason at
Well,
that time.
we're
Very
still gonna-
un-Francis-like.
We're still gonna go to the fort, right? We just didn't want to camp there. Was that
Yeah,
was that
because
it?
there were banshees.
Well, see, we should have just camped there. Probably would have been.
Surrounded by
know.
6 of them.
why don't we move off away from this area and take a rest.
So now you're going to tear down your tents and pack up.
Yeah, let's tear it
Move and then
down.
take another long rest.
Sure. Let's move and take another long rest.
Okay.
We're circumvent this
Banshee,
fortress by a
guys.
wide margin.
I
Okay.
don't have dark
Banshee.
vision
While
anymore, so
packing
you're all out
up
of
your
luck.
tents, Riley, you can see in the distance, about 100 feet away, you see the Banshee returning. It's been a few minutes now.
Hey, everybody, we got trouble, and I'm gonna try to slip off to the side to try to like get off the Banshee's line of sight.
Okay.
So at hearing there is trouble, Vic is taking out 2, miscellaneous assorted weapons. A longsword, probably. And an axe,
Elsie
because
is
that's what she
walking and
usually
looking
uses.
for a campsite.
What's Nolte doing?
Walking off and looking for a campsite.
The opposite direction.
Any direction that looks like it has cover.
Okay, so you can see 60 feet. There is not any cover within 60 feet at this time. Unless you, nope, because the tents are torn down now.
Hold on. I'm thinking of things. Keep doing things with other people.
Okay, Vic
Just
pulled
tell
her
me-
sword and axe.
Yeah, tell me when the Banshee gets close. Like she's just
Does Francis
just
have
ready?
light cast right now?
I still
Probably.
think I think my previous item that I cast light on is still
Yep. Okay. And that works for like up to
Radiating.
60 feet, I think, if I remember right.
40.
40 feet. Okay. So you can't quite see the Banshee yet with your light. Kat, what are you doing?
Wait, does somebody alert us?
Yeah, you
But
guys
it's
are currently
Riley did.
you guys are taking your tents down to move your campsite. And Riley told you guys that he saw something and then disappeared. You guys saw him slink into the darkness.
Cool.
right. Well, can I cast protection from evil on Vic?
Yeah.
That's nice of you.
You can each do basically one thing probably before this thing is close enough to be within sight of everybody.
All right, well then I'll cast Protection from Evil Undead on Vic, so it will have disadvantage. She can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Okay.
Okay, can I bamf out my wings then? If it's that close, I'm gonna pop out my Radiant Soul wings, which last for a minute.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pull my sword out and be ready for it, whatever it is.
And I'm still technically in Form of the Chalice, because that
Okay.
stays for like 3 hours or something.
And Riley, is there anything you wanted to do other than move out of the way?
Hex.
It's within sight for you to hit.
Hex stays up for an hour as long as I'm thinking about it. So I'm gonna put my hex on it.
So, and then it will then use its turn out of combat to move closer. It moves into the light, so it is within 40 feet now. It actually moves within 20 feet of all of you. Let's roll it, or let's just stick with the same initiative. And we left off with Vic, I think, last time. So that would put us at Nolte.
Awesome. So double checking. Call Lightning is up for 10 minutes.
It's
Since
still
I-
up then. It's still up.
Yeah, I
It's
never
getting
cast
close, but
another
yeah.
concentration.
Mhm.
Call Lightning is still up. I'm going to go ahead and call Lightning down on it.
All right. Dex save.
Dex save 15.
It does not make it.
Okay, it's going to take 11 damage, and because I popped my wings out, it gets to take additional radiant damage. It's going to take an additional 7 radiant damage
Okay.
every time I hit it for the next minute.
How much radiant damage? 7?
7.
Okay.
Every time I hit it for the next minute, it gets 7 radiant damage, because fuck you in particular.
Okay. Sounds good. It is now its turn. It is now moving over to Cat, who is the closest to it. And it is going to attempt its Corrupting Touch. That is a 14 to hit.
No.
All right. It misses. That was its turn. It is now Cat's turn. It is right next to you.
Good. I'm going to attack it very grumpily. Fuck. I just rolled a 1.
Well, that was no good. That was one attack. What about your other attacks?
Well, that was a 10.
That will not hit either. Cat's ready to take another nap.
Yes, I am.
All right, Riley, you see
Quit
it's moved up
folding.
on Cat.
All right. I guess all I can do is Eldritch Blast it.
All right.
So I'm gonna unleash 2 Eldritch Blasts. That's more like it. That's both of them are one of them's a 22, the other one's a 26.
To hit?
All right, so first one is gonna be 16 damage. Second one is gonna be 14 damage.
You kill it.
Yeah.
Oof, and it disappears.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Probably just like that, bup, and then just kind of
Oh.
like looks over, is like,
Vic
Was it
is
so
kind
bad,
of
was it?
sad
In this
as she
time,
puts
Riley,
her weapons away.
the man that was on the horse completely disappeared out of sight.
oh yeah.
Like he's long gone, minutes away.
Riley's just gonna look pointedly over at Vic and be like, "See how quickly that goes when all of us are conscious."
Can we go to sleep now?
Yeah, let's be unconscious now.
I suggest we don't let Vic take a watch this time.
I would
I
Riley,
feel like we're piling on Vic a little bit. I think we need to lay
Yeah,
off.
you know
I think
what?
we've made our
Tomorrow
point.
night, I'm not even gonna take a watch. Y'all are up to yourselves.
Nolte
That's fine.
wants
I can sleep through everything.
Nolte wants to mold Earth a little bit to make like a little cavern in the ground that she can go sleep in because her tent has been torn down now. And she's like, fuck all this. I'm just going to go sleep in my little burrow.
I approve
I
of
was
that.
gonna like find a tree stump to like sit against and tip his hat. Be like, I like sleeping under the stars anyway.
Well, the closest tree is over by the fort.
There you go.
You are
You can go
not
sleep
going
there if
by
you
the
want.
fort to go sleep.
Nah, I'm gonna find a rock then.
All right, you can find a rock. A very
Yeah,
low
rock for my
profile
pillow.
rock. There you go.
All right, so we're gonna find a new campsite and set it up and take a long rest.
No, we've already started camping right here again.
Oh, okay.
We
All
just
right,
we
well,
just took down the tents instead,
Yes, we just took
And
down
we're
the
just
tents,
camping
and
here.
now we're still camping right here.
so it makes perfect
Alright.
sense.
Well, we eliminated all the threats, so it's safe to sleep now.
Okay. So the rest of the night passes without any issues. It's very quiet and peaceful. The stars look great, Nolte, especially once your cloud goes away. You can actually see them again.
Sucker stays up the whole time too. Little rain cloud mood.
So the
If,
night.
just quick bookkeeping.
Yep.
Riley wakes up. He's gonna cast Hex into his spell storing ring.
Okay.
And then just chill
Take a
for an
long
hour.
rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before morning starts, though, it does start to rain. Very lightly, just a little bit of a sprinkle. So when you all wake up, you're probably a little damp, a little uncomfortable, a little chilly because it was windy the night before as well.
Probably
Yeah,
would have been
Nolte's
nice
in a
if we
hole
had
in
a
the ground.
tent.
I was
Damp
like,
is better than dead.
I was like, not Nolte. She's in a hole in the ground.
And it was muddy, so again, yeah.
Oh, so can I ask a question about our skeleton fiends?
Yep.
They were all wearing plate mail.
Yes, with a etching, like a branding in the plate. So the plate mail wasn't in great shape either. It's skeleton plate mail. However, all of them have like in the chest the symbol of Artix.
That was a thing we found in the tomb, right?
Yeah, underground. That was the. So you guys had discovered that Artix was the god of knowledge, and liches and things like that. So.
Yeah, we found one of his holy symbols that down
Yep.
in the hole.
And this matches that.
Okay.
There's no serviceable suit of armor that can be fashioned from what these.
You could probably try to, but it's probably not as good as normal plate armor. It wouldn't hold up as well over time.
Well, I don't want some Walmart.
But if you have
quality armor.
blacksmithing skills, I mean, you could probably work on it in some downtime and fix it up.
Alex, there is a plan.
Not this character.
Yeah, if only you had your forge character.
That's a whole different character who could absolutely do that. Oh, Juice. That character could sit down and pray for 3 hours and just create from the ether a whole set of plate mail.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Forge clerics can do some amazingly cool stuff.
Right.
Like, this is not a character who can do that.
Brynmore has entered the chat.
Yeah.
So you guys can see looking around, these skeletons had short swords. They did have bows. They just weren't using them. So you could grab a short bow if you really wanted to. There's some pretty crummy arrows.
I think I'd like to grab a couple of arrows just so I can use them as clubs later.
Yeah, no. Though, by the way, the javelins will never count as bludgeoning again. I'm throwing that out there.
I mean, but in theory,
Throwing
it just seems like, you could just whack them with the side of it, right?
I mean, you could. It just wouldn't work well. It wouldn't. I think if we did that again in the future, it wouldn't count for the amount of damage it did. It would probably be like a D4 or something.
It
Okay.
would be improvised.
Yeah.
A
basically.
D4 is fine. Most of my damage is not done actually rolling the die.
I know.
So are you gonna go check out this fort, or did you already cover that while I was?
Nope, they
left?
didn't go there. They just stopped in their tracks and
I
camped.
want to go. The stars said it would have been a bad idea to sleep there, and it was sleepy time.
I mean, based on the fact that we got jumped by the banshees outside of it, it probably would have been worse if we were there.
Obviously.
Well, we would have had to deal with some guy in a cart.
Has it been an hour?
It's morning time, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And technically, you guys could have gotten a long rest at this point.
Yeah. So I could theoretically ask a single question about what's coming next, but that seems like a waste of a spell slot. Can we just go kill this hag?
Let's go. I kind of feel like the guy leaving kind of warned the hag that we were coming.
What made you think he was helping the hag?
He went in the right direction.
He's a skeleton-y person. You said he was riding a skeleton-y horse. Do skeleton-y people and hags like each other?
Juice, was the person a skeleton or was the horse a
It
skeleton?
looked like a robed figure. You couldn't see what he
Yeah, I couldn't
he
quite
had his hood
tell.
up.
Okay.
But he was definitely driving the wagon with some reins attached to the skeletal horse.
So Nolte is going to sit down and juice her 4th level. Oh, no, I can do it as a ritual. Ha! I'm going to take an hour to do it as a ritual.
Okay.
Not use my spell slot and cast divination. And I get a question about the upcoming thing in the next 7 days.
Okay.
You have to reply truthfully, but it can be cryptic or an omen. And I'm going to ask, if we attack the hag in the next 7 days, will she know we're coming?
No.
Sweet. So see if we go now, she's not going to know we're coming. Let's go.
But that could change
go
by
get
your
it.
actions.
Let's go get her.
But as of right now, in the next 7 days, she won't.
So do we know anything about hags and kind of what they are? Do we have any knowledge of that?
I will let one person do a Arcana check.
I'm going to nominate Riley.
I got +4 in this.
Okay.
All right.
Can I guidance?
Guidance?
Yes.
It's like a D4 on top of that or something.
Yep, I'll take that.
Be guided.
Ooh. I rolled a 4 on that guidance.
What does that make it, like 6?
That makes it 19.
There we go.
So what you would know, there's a variety of hags that are out there. Through the lore, they kidnap children and things like that. They can cast spells. They have servants. A lot of times, wherever their lair is extremely dangerous due to sometimes lair actions and things like that. And yeah, they're usually well defended.
Okay, that's helpful.
And after Riley says that, I'm going to go, pretty sure I just said that. Pretty sure they're old creepy ladies who have creepy shit around their house.
Yeah, but
But what?
nothing.
Okay.
But nothing.
Do you need a ride? I don't know if there's a road. It doesn't really matter.
There's
Let's
not a
go.
road heading north.
Yeah, let's just head out.
Okay, but you're even slower over difficult terrain. Don't give me that look.
I feel
You
fine.
could be a goat. Goats are really, good on difficult terrain, like a mountain goat.
They are, and I could. That wouldn't help anybody else, though.
He could ride you with your saddle.
Are goats big enough to
Does
ride?
Does
I don't
it
know.
also
Probably
fit
not.
I was like,
goats?
I don't know if
Probably
goats are
not.
big enough to ride. I mean, like, theoretically, I could be a dire wolf, but I
You
also
could be a
don't know if
dire
dire
goat.
wolves are big enough to ride. How
You
big
can be
do
a-
I
Oh, a
have
dire
to
wolf is big enough to ride for sure.
We'll just tie him to it. He'll be fine.
It'll be fine. I'm sure of it.
What could go wrong?
I'll keep being a person for a little bit longer. I really had fun traveling as a horse, though, yesterday. I haven't got to do that in so long. Everybody else wanted to travel as people, and it was so slow and boring.
All right, so you guys are skipping the fort. You're heading north. Just marching that way.
Wait, we're skipping the fort entirely?
Nolte doesn't want to go there.
Nolty
Well,
doesn't
I
wanna
didn't
go
hear
there.
anybody else say they wanted to go. I
I
think Vic
thought
and Riley
we
wanted
were
to.
just I thought we were just not sleeping there. I thought we were still going though.
I mean, there's no one to talk to.
How do we know that?
What?
Because there were banshees that came out of it.
Yeah, but shouldn't we kill the banshees?
We
And
did
take
kill
their
the
treasure?
banshees.
And see if
What
they've
if
got
there's-
any cool
What if
stuff.
there's more banshees? What if like there's a banshee horde and they have like a banshee lord that needs to be killed as well?
What if there's a hag that doesn't know we're coming? Or a
Oh.
whole town full of banshees that know we're right here?
Yeah, but we've got 7 days and the hags still won't
No,
know we were coming.
They're saying that if based on what we do now, we attack her in 7 days, it'll be fine. Not based on what we do 3 hours from now when we alert a whole town of the undead that we're here.
Oh, well,
Based on right now, in the next 7 days, she won't know we're coming. But in
But it's
3
like-
hours, if you've had
it's a,
100 banshees scream, she might know.
it's
Well, I
like a
wanna go-
whole fort.
Well, it's not going anywhere. It will still be
It will
there when
still be here on the way back from the thing we said we were going to go do.
I mean, guys, we're pretty sure it's empty at this point.
Are we? Okay.
Unless there are like 12 more banshees. In which case, let's go ahead and let Kat and Riley die by their screams 6 more times.
It was super fun. We should definitely do that.
10 out of 10 would do again.
There are better ways to pass out, but I'll never say no.
Cheers, Cat. Cheers.
All right, so what are you guys doing? Who's doing what?
Nolte's walking towards the hag. Nobody else has said anything convincing otherwise.
Do we know where the hag even is?
To the north of the
About
fort.
a day. So the halfling guy said he had heard
So-
rumors of a hag about one day north of the fort.
What you're saying is we need to go to the fort to get to the hag.
Nope, we need to go north of the fort, which does not involve going to the fort.
Vic, you've made enough decisions for one.
Have fun storming the castle.
Let's go take out the primary threat and the thing we're getting
Okay.
paid for.
Who's paying for
Possibly.
it? Who's paying for it?
Potentially.
There was a reward somewhere. You said so at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't think there was necessarily a reward. I think you guys were hoping for rewards.
Well, we were also hoping that killing hags is lots of fun.
Wait, we're just doing this out of the goodness of our own heart?
I'm pretty
kind
sure we
of-
thought there was a reward.
Crap is that?
And also killing hags are fun.
Who made that decision? I mean, you're not wrong on the killing part, but I'm just saying. Okay. All right.
All right.
just-
I don't know.
Fine.
I
It
was
seems
really
like-
shocked you guys were going to go west in the first place.
Seems like you check out the fort as long as you're here, but Nolte seems very insistent, and I trust her judgment that it's not foolish and that we're not missing out on a lot of cool stuff by passing by the fort. But
Sure.
let's do
you
it.
know what? Let's go
Let's go.
ahead. No, while
Let's-
we're here, just to make Francis feel better, it's a totally different spell. It'll take me another hour to do, but
It's fine.
let's go ahead and cast Augury Is it going to be good, bad, or either results if we go to the fort in the next half an hour?
Sorry, hang on one sec, guys. Give me just a
Yep.
second. My computer's acting up at the moment.
He's rolling for treasure.
No, I'm doing something else.
He's rolling for hordes.
And this is where all the GMs hate all the divination spells.
Do we find Susie in the fort?
Hang on. Why is it not working? Why won't it work? There we go. Let's try that. I don't know. I can't get my stuff to work. I'm going to put it on break for a second, even though we're not technically on a break. Give me 1 second. Yep. All right, we're back. All right, should be good now. Okay. Now what was the question? You were going to do a spell or something real quick.
I was
attention.
going to do Auguring, which is a much shorter time frame spell, but I only get to do each of them once per 24 hours, where they start having like maybe I don't work issues.
Okay.
So Augury is a totally different thing. It takes like an hour to sit down and cast as a ritual.
Yep.
But I get one question, and your options are good results, bad results, or mixed results.
Okay.
And my question is, what will happen if we go to the fort? And the time range is in the next 30 minutes. So in the next 30 minutes, if we go to the fort, will we have good, bad, or mixed results?
So you see, looking into your little thing, various stars kind of flicker, like sparkle.
So it seems sort of mixed.
Probably seems more positive than mixed.
More positive? Okay. Maybe it'll sort of be okay.
I mean, other than Francis gloating, other than that, it'll be good.
Francis, you lead the way. You charge ahead.
All right, I'm going to go. I am going to lead us forthrightly into the fort.
Okay. So you make your way past one of the towers where the top is clearly caved in. It's probably like 40 feet tall, remaining of the structure remaining. And when you continue to walk past it, there's a wall and there's a door. The door is not there, so it's basically just an archway. But this was clearly a very large doorway that you could like move wagons through and stuff. And it's pretty dark because the floor for the above is still there. It's a stone floor. And the hatch, it looks like there was a wooden hatch that rotted away at some point, is no longer there, allowing some light to come in through here. When you look straight ahead, there's an open courtyard, and you can see on a wall, there's like rusted chains, and there's two skeletal figures in very dirty dresses that are chained with their arms above their head, and it's just skeletons with these dark, dirty dresses that they're wearing. There's two of them. You also see what looks like a doorway that's just past those skeletal figures.
All right. Well, I'm going to go up to the skeletal figures. Do they look to be just ordinary skeletons with rotting, tattered clothes, or are they?
Yeah, but the dresses do almost look familiar to the banshees you saw.
You have the ability to sort of magically figure that out. Oh, cleric, of powerful deity?
Yeah, it does look almost like some sort of religiously related. I don't know. Does it look familiar to me?
Yeah, it looks like the dress on the that was on the Banshees before.
Wait, did the Banshees have the same symbol as the skeletons did, or were they different?
No, they did not.
Okay.
So the skeletons.
There's no
were
symbols on this.
archaic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these women must have been like left here to die and become somehow banshees. All right, what?
So this is like the skeletons came and undeaded this town.
So this is more of a fort than a town.
Oh. Well, they undeaded this
It's
fort.
a very small fort.
All right,
which
I'm gonna.
Nolte totally knows the difference between, because she's been around people a lot.
I'm gonna check out what's through the entryway past the skeletons.
Yeah, so there's this other entryway. Now there's a large metal door here that's rusted very poorly.
All right, well, can we open it?
I'm gonna go with Francis, just for the record.
Give me a strength check, Francis.
That could not go well. 16.
So you start pulling on this door, and it does finally give and go, and you just hear this loud of the hinges. This door has not been opened in a very long time. When you get it open, you can smell it's just this old, dingy, mildewy smell just hits you really hard. It's like it almost doesn't smell safe to enter just from the amount of like moldy smell.
Well, I think that Vic should go inside.
You know what? I accept that. I accept that responsibility. I'm happy to go inside first.
All right. Using a torch.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That
All
worked
right.
out really well for you, lad.
Yeah. You know, second time's a charm, right?
So you walk in. This room was pretty airtight. You can see to the left are just a bunch of barrels and crates to the left, and to the right you can actually see what looks like weapons that have been stored here. In the corner you can see what looks like some backpacks that again look really old and dusty and probably mold along the outside. All the weapons do look rusted though, and you can actually see like some moss has grown up on the insides of these walls as well.
Oh. Okay.
And there is a bit of water that has pooled in the center of this room. Not much, like maybe an inch, not even, just in the middle.
And is there like an exit out of here?
It does not
Anywhere
look
else?
as though there is.
Okay. Well, I'll just kind of rummage through some of the stuff that's in there.
Don't touch anything on the walls.
Okay, I'll use my long sword to rummage through things.
You're gonna stir things with the sword again, like in Descent game?
No, I'm going to. I'm rummaging. I'm not stirring. There's
Okay.
no miscellaneous pot of liquid.
When you go over to the
whole
barrels,
room
there's
is a
nothing in the
miscellaneous.
barrels. They're pretty. They all look empty. Maybe there was food that was kept in them at one point or something, and maybe it's been eaten by bugs or rodents or something.
All right. Well, I don't know. This room's pretty much empty. Just
Do you think
You
I
know,
should
weird
cast
moss.
detect magic and see if there's anything around here that might be magical?
sure.
That
Take
would
your
be
time,
way
though.
more helpful than what we're doing. Because right now I'm not sure what we're doing in this fort.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and cast detect magic and then
Okay.
kind of walk around to see if there's anything either around
Yeah.
the Banshee women, the tower, or the storage facility.
So coming from the corner, you get a hint of something coming from one of the backpacks that nobody has opened.
I thought so. I'm going to go see what's in the backpack that might be drawing my attention. The good thing.
Yeah, when you open it, you see there's like a book, looks like a diary, but you see a necklace in the bag as well. And it looks like, so it's a gold necklace. It looks like it had multiple beads at one point. It has one bead left. It's a red bead that when you look at it carefully, looks like has like swirling fire inside of it. Almost like scorching ray of some sort.
Oh man, I thought it was like a necklace of fireballs or something.
Similar.
Okay.
But only looks like it has one charge left. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, that's something. Anybody want to carry this or put it on or wear it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
From the courtyard, just so you guys know, there's two other areas that have large iron doors. Both of them were open, the other two doors. One was in the center. It looks like it goes to an actual, like, bigger building. The other one is across the courtyard, similar to this one. It looks like it maybe just goes into a very small room underneath the wall.
All right. Well, since Nolte's gone, let's just say that we quickly go over and check them on the assumption that they're probably ransacked, empty, and not particularly notable. But let's check them out real quick just to make sure, just to say we did.
Yep. So when you go to the other small room, it looks like it actually goes into where the hallway is underneath the walls. And it looks like it has stairs that kind of go up if you wanted to go up to where there used to be a second floor. In some spots, though, it's completely crumbled out. As for the other one, it looks like it goes into a main hall with, basically just rotted wood, like tables and stuff that are really no longer tables. They're just kind of rotted wood on the floor.
Piles of debris.
Yeah, piles of debris at this point. You do see what looks like a stone altar that's been smashed, and it had like an empty cavity in it that maybe something was stored there at some point.
All right. Can we just check that out real quick just to see if there's anything under the rubble or still remaining?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Uh, 16.
Okay. So you're looking at this altar. It's a very old stone altar, and clearly there was this cavity was left there on purpose. You see what looks like the indentation in the stone of a layout of like a skeleton key.
Not a key, but just the shape
key.
of us. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And no cool magic stuff in here, huh? Because I spelled the last 10 minutes.
No, it doesn't seem as though there is anything. You do see on the one wall a fresh carving into the stone of the symbol of Artix. And looking at the floor, it looks like maybe a ritual was performed right there.
All right. Well, some Artix followers have been here recently. Bad news. All right. I think we need to kind of reassemble and make a beeline toward the hag lair.
All right.
Can I get a second, Nolte?
I mean, Nolte's been sitting here going, Guys, it's been half an hour. We are past when the stars said it would be okay. We have found more than we have run into to kill. That makes us officially better. Let's leave now. I want to go kill this hag.
I agree.
All right. All right. So you guys start heading north. You actually do see the tracks from the wagon that headed north, and the hooves from the skeletal horses.
There was a wagon
Horse.
that headed north? Riley
Yeah.
never told us about a wagon.
I totally told you about it.
Okay. Thought you just said there was
He
a
didn't
guy.
tell you guys about it. He literally just told you there was a guy on a horse.
There was a guy,
But now you see wagon tracks too.
with a wagon being pulled by skeletal horses that went north. I told the whole party about it.
Okay. Should I have prepared other spells this morning?
So I may have just written down as notes jerk, and I didn't mean to write jerk. I don't know why I wrote that though. I forgot what I was about to write. Oh, yeah, I remember now.
I mean, that's a new spell.
Jerk is this new spell?
No, I was looking at my spells to see what else I should have prepared for today, and it said origami, concentration, cantrip. I'm like, wait, that's a new spell. That wasn't a thing I could do before, because I definitely would have remembered if I could have cast origami as a spell before.
Nice. All right. So you guys start heading north, though. Are you following these tracks, or are you just trying to go true north?
Let's go true north. The stars didn't say that she would know we were coming, and if this horse person saw that we were coming, then obviously Cat Deity on Andy's shoulders would tell us that that we should just try to bypass him.
This is the most love I've gotten all week.
Cat's a camera, like just all about the camera.
That cat needs an OnlyFans.
Yep.
All right, so you guys start heading true north. So you veer off a little bit from the tracks of the wagon. You guys are traveling. Do you guys take any breaks? Are you moving fast? How are you trying to travel?
Is there a road?
There's no road.
Riley, do you want to ride?
Yeah, sure.
Nolte's gonna turn into a war horse.
That went so well for him earlier.
I can do this for 6 hours before taking a break.
If only you had a wagon to pull too.
War horses don't pull wagons. We are above such things. And druids definitely don't pull wagons because we are above such things. I don't do manual labor.
All right, so you guys, you trying to travel at a fast pace, normal pace? I mean, we know the horse can outrun all of you, so the horse is going at a slow pace.
Right.
I guess this is more of a question for Kat, Francis, and Vic. Are you guys trying to move fast or slow or normal, stealthy?
Well, I assume Kat and I are both actually feeling like we're moving slow because I'm pretty sure our speeds are higher than everybody else's.
So it's really up to
Right
Francis.
now it's just you and Francis. My speed is way higher.
Yeah.
And Riley's riding me, so he has no speed.
So how fast can you walk, Francis? You better be booking it.
30 feet, I think. Per
Yeah, I'm at a standard 30 feet because I'm the only one who's got to wear metal armor, and I'm not in a particular hurry. I don't think it would be prudent for us to just kind of go racing into the unknown. So I think my natural inclination would be to be slow and steady.
Okay. Are you guys
I don't
going to
know if
stop
you're
for meals and stuff too, or just keep pressing on?
Horse Riley is going to walk at a normal pace ahead of people to scout out and then turn around and come back, because Francis is super slow, going slow, and Horse Nolte is not going to go as slow as Francis's slow is.
What's your bonus to perception, Nolte?
As a horse?
Yeah.
Give me a second. I'll
Or
look
just
it up.
in general, it's fine.
So I keep my same mental stats, so I have a passive 17
Okay.
to perception, so +7.
Okay.
Plus Riley's on me, so whatever Riley's got.
Okay. That's a good point. So yeah, what'd you get? What do you have, Riley, for your perception?
Passive is 12.
Okay. Okay, no worries. All right, so you guys are traveling then for the whole day. I'll assume Francis convinces you guys to eat and stay up on your nutrients, especially before you've encountered any danger. But when it starts to get a little dark, you do notice that some of the trees look a little more twisted. And you also notice that the birds aren't as loud anymore. In fact, you don't hear any birds or any animal noises. And in the distance, you can see what looks like smoke, like a purple, like haze almost. Almost like a purple fog that's kind of taken over this area straight ahead. And we'll end the session right there. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I guess it's better than purple rain.
Right?
But not as cool
Prince
as
isn't
smoke on
here.
the fire?
Smoke on the water.
Smoke on the water. There we go. Thank you. Wow. I haven't had a lot to drink at all.
So with that, guys, check all of these wonderful people out who have shared a link in the description below. You know what? I need to add Betty's pages as well, I think, to the description. If you haven't, go check out Betty's pages on TikTok, Facebook, all that good stuff. Nicole runs a local bookstore that's pretty awesome. And she has quite a TikTok presence, so go check that out. Nolte, played by Laura, she has Shiny Math Rocks. We have links to that below. I think she's still waiting to reload the store.
Yeah, that'll eventually do something here in a little bit. We are on a temporary hiatus, but I hope to have that back up in the next month or so.
Sounds good. And then check out Tom on Twitter. He talks about like mixed martial arts and stuff. Here in the next week, he's probably going to be all excited about the Michigan-Ohio State game this next week.
Or possibly.
I'm going to have
Wait,
to
I
do
thought
some
we were
shit
being
talking this week.
excited about dragons. Are there not dragons coming?
No, where are my dragons, GW? Games Workshop, where are my dragons? Yeah. You can also actually, Laura and I started an Instagram, Sacro Paint Chamber. There's an underscore in the middle of it for just our mini painting.
Mini painting.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Awesome. And then you can see Paula on the channel. She plays in various games and other things. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Game on.
Bye.